1, 2. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Kickout, the final word in professional wrestling. I am your host and one half of the for frequency's sake tag team champions of the world, the Wizard CZ. We are, of course, powered by Lopez Pizza, built by Durham Remodeling, colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo, and protected by Jared Zook of Country Financial. And protecting me when I need to do the hot tag is my partner, never wrong, Nick Bull, and I'm going to give him the hot tag right now. How you doing today, Nick?
I'm doing great, CZ. I hope you're doing well. Coming off another big weekend of wrestling, some big moments. Looking back at it, we're in the middle of the week here and just getting through. And glad you joined us. Glad you found us. Of course, we are powered by Lopez Pizza, built by Durham Remodeling, colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo, protected by Jared Zuka Country Financial. We're the Kickout, our short form show that we do that's connected with the Card Subject to Change podcast. So with that being said, CZ, a lot of stuff going on in the wrestling world, but what do you want to talk about?
So we didn't touch as much on this when we had our good friend Austin Bayless on Sunday. I kind of want to talk a little bit more. I know we talked at length about the incident, but I want to expand our talk on Cena's heel turn. And I just want to ask you how your opinion. Is this bigger than Hogan's NWO turn?
I hate being the prisoner of a moment. I know it's fresh in our minds, but I think with the stakes as what they are, that we know this is the end for John Cena and he doesn't have a lot of in-ring time left in the WWE. I think in the magnitude of the moment, I think it's bigger. I'm not saying what's going to happen after is going to be bigger than the effect of the NWO, but I am saying that this moment is bigger than when Hulk Hogan turned heel. And this is a face run that's took the place over a couple different decades. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, nobody ever thought, we thought all those years Cena was going to do it. This is it. It slipped our mind. We just accepted that it was never going to happen. And when our guard was down, when we least expected it, we got one of those moments again. And this time, it's a moment you'll always remember, and it's when John Cena turned heel, kicked Cody in the crotch, and The Rock and him walked off together. That's something that I didn't think was going to happen, in the lead up into this show or when I was watching that show last night.
Right.
Or the other night when we saw it.
Last night as we record this.
Right. That's right.
I think so. This, as far as moments go, I agree with you. Don't know what's going to happen coming out of this. We're not going to see another NWO built, I'm sure. But moment-wise, in my mind as of right now, top 3 heel turn or heel reveal moments: Cena, Hogan, Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman.
All 3 guys that have had, world championship runs, major impact on the business. Those 4 guys are mentioned when you ever come up with a Mount Rushmore discussion for greatest of all time. We are going to see some special things here. The game changed last night. It's not a pun or anything. It changed. It changed last night, or as we record this, it changed with John Cena doing what he did. WrestleMania has become so much more interesting now. It's not like it wasn't interesting before, but the stakes have been raised. Like WrestleMania 41, the build, the matches is going to be awesome. It's WrestleMania season. This is fun. We got a little under 7 weeks now as we approach it, because WWE does not have a show between a major show between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. So this is going to be great. Like, it's going to be must-watch TV, and that's what they want. They want you to tune in. This is going to be great. We're going to go places here with this, and gosh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, and that moment, you're going to remember where you were watching Elimination Chamber 2025, who you watched it with, what went down. That's one of the most polarizing moments in one of the most polarizing moments in wrestling history.
What does this do? I'm just going to throw this out there because Cena has been such a big part of charity organizations, particularly the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And I've seen the memes floating around, him and The Rock, I sent it to you and I can't think of what it was. The Break-A-Wish Foundation. Does this change how he is presented to them?
I don't think so. I think they got to realize he's playing a character, and I think his good work will not be tarnished by this. I do think this heel run won't be how he goes out with his run here in 2025. I think it's a short-term thing, but I think the fans are accepting of it because they know the stakes are high. This is it for him. So I think it'd be very interesting to see really, are they going to, make him break Flair's record as a heel at WrestleMania or as a heel somewhere along this process? I don't know, but it's interesting. Again, it's something to talk about, and that's what we like here on the Kick Out. That's Absolutely. What we're here. It's what we're here. I want to ask you something. You're asking me all these questions. What is coming up on our next episode of the Card Subject to Change podcast?
Absolutely. We have AEW Revolution this coming Sunday. So we are moving our time slot to Tuesday evening. I'm sorry, Nick, you're going to have to watch NXT on delay.
That's all right. I'll be all right.
I am too. I'm suffering with you. But we will be giving our reactions to what on paper looks to be a pretty decently loaded card for AEW. I'm excited. That'll be 7. That'll be Tuesday at 7 that we review that. But I hope, being that this is not a holiday week like Double or Nothing with Memorial Day weekend, I hope that this pay-per-view does not go until midnight, having to work the next morning. But I'm excited. There's some good matches, and I know a couple things that I would love to see happen. Something that we'll talk about it next week, but something that we kind of play off of. You've brought it up, how things happen with certain aspects. We mentioned it for WWE. That's going to be my teaser for you right there.
All right,
tune in next week.
more to come in the coming weeks. But thank you for finding us. Thank you for tuning in. This is our midweek short form show, The Kick Out. Find us on the Card Subject to Change, usually recording on Sundays. But next week we come to you on Tuesday due to the pay-per-view that we are reviewing. Looking forward to it. It looks like a good card on paper. Let's say if AEW can come through with a good show coming off the heels of WWE and the Elimination Chamber. He is the Wizard CZ. You can find him at the Wizard CZ. I'm never wrong, Nick Bull at Nick Bull 55. This has been the Kick Out, the final word in professional wrestling.
This has been a For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network production. For more great content, subscribe to For Frequency's Sake on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.